Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about hair tools. I know they don't get as much love here on YouTube like the way products usually do, but then they are an essential part of our hair journey. So we're going to be talking about hair tools, the appropriate ones to use, how you should use them, how you should clean them, all that good stuff. If there's something you're interested in, please stay tuned for the rest of the video. Hi, if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm NanaYaa of NanaYaa Tresses. You're welcome to my channel. We do hope you join us. We like to talk about beauty with respect to hair, makeup, looking good, skincare, all that good stuff, as well as some self-development along the way. If this is something you're interested in, stay tuned. Join our family. We will love to have you. Okay? Okay, so number one, the one thing that we all use, even if you are trying as much as possible to be very minimal with your hair care regimen, everybody uses combs. Okay, so I have a couple that I use. These are the main ones that I use in my hair. You will never see me using a tiny tooth comb in my hair. I don't own them. I don't use them. The closest one to a tiny tooth comb I have is this. And if you look at that, look at the teeth of that one. Do you see it? I always use wide tooth combs in my hair. Okay, and I use this mainly because of the rat tail for parting my hair. Anyway, so combs. Obviously, with the examples that I just showed you, you know that I only use wide tooth combs for my hair. You might be wondering, why exactly do I do that? It's because it's less stressful for me and my hair if I use a wide tooth comb. It prevents constant breakage, unnecessary shedding, and the headache that comes with having huge chunks of your hair just fall out of your head. Okay, that's why I like using wide tooth combs. Okay, now what exactly about them are so interesting? So like I said, I use these two times. I use some when my hair is wet, and this when my hair is dry, because this is much smoother, so it's able to go through the wet hair much easier. It's normally called a shower comb. Anyway, one thing you shouldn't do about combs is that if you see that some of the teeth are broken, there are snags in it, throw the comb away, because when you use it, what is going to happen? The broken teeth is going to latch onto your hair, okay, and pull it out whilst you're trying to detangle your hair. Another thing is that if it has snags and stuff on it, it's going to snag onto your actual hair and pull it out when you're detangling your hair. So number one, do not use small tooth combs, okay? And number two, if you're going to use your wide tooth combs, make sure that they don't have broken teeth, or there are no snags in them. Okay, you want to protect the hair that you are struggling so hard to grow. Okay, so does that mean that I know I just said I do not use small tooth combs, but what other thing about small tooth combs? Should we just throw them away entirely? No. Why? Because if you roller set your hair like me, if you roller set your hair again like me as a relaxed hair girl, okay, whenever I am roller setting my hair, I first have to use a white tooth comb to go into the hair, detangle from the base, whatever, work my way up and all that good stuff. But when it comes section by section, okay, I detangle again with a white tooth comb, then I follow up with a small tooth comb, okay, in the tiny section to comb it out to make sure that it's smooth before I put it on my ruler sets or my rulers. Okay, this makes sure that it's smooth, there are no knots and stuff on it that goes on it, and it makes the style last longer. So that's a tip for you. Okay, so number four, I think this is my fourth tip, because don't use a white tooth comb. Don't use a small tooth comb, use a white tooth comb but without snags and missing teeth. And number three, you can use a small tooth comb for relaxing. Number four is that we all use this and we buy them every year, but somehow at the end of the year we don't even have one to show for it. Yes, bobby pins. Bobby pins, my goodness, if I tell you the number of bobby pins packets that I have bought, that I can't even find one for even this video, it's shocking. I buy a packet every time. It doesn't last 2 weeks and I can't find any of them. Okay. Trust me, I have tried, and they have won the battle of disappearing at all times. Bobby pins, if you realize that, but I'll be providing some pictures so you guys can have a idea of what I'm talking about. Okay, so with bobby pins, you realize they have two heads, okay, one on each side. All right, so if you realize that a head is missing, don't use it. If your bobby pin is rusted, don't use it. If your bobby pin is crooked and showing all kinds of weird directions, please do not use it. Why? Because if you do use it, whatever sign is throwing up in the air is going to be throwing up in your hair. Okay, it's going to just snag on your hair, pull it out, cause a lot of damage. You do not want that. So if your bobby pin is losing a head, or it's crooked in any form of way, or it's rusted, please don't use on your hair. Not only will it transfer dirt to your hair, okay, but it will also cause damage to your hair because it's going to snag and pull on your hair. I think this is tool number 4, because we've done combs. Well, tool number 2 technically. So number 3, shears or hair cutting scissors. Okay, these guys, these guys. Oh my goodness, please make sure you get a pair of professional shears, not the regular scissors they sell at the sewing shop or for cutting paper. Please don't use those types. They are not designed to cut your hair. It might look as though it's cut it, but then it will leave, some spaces open because it doesn't have a precision cut, and that's going to cause more split ends in your hair, and we don't want that. We are working so hard to grow our hair and not to have it all wasted away. Okay, so please do not use those kind of shears. Instead, get professional shears for cutting your hair. That way, whenever you cut split ends out of your hair, you are sure that new ones are not going to spring back up, or that the shears are going to create some new split ends in your hair. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about are your towels. Okay, so this is a bit some way, but I'm going to try and explain to the best of my ability. Okay, so most people advocate that do not use a towel in your hair, but I would say that you can still use a towel in your hair. Just make sure it's a microfiber towel to dry your hair. It's less rough on your hair, and even if you're using a microfiber towel and then you dry your hair this way, it's just going to cause more frizz. Look, let me show you. If I do this, look at how my hair looks. Crazy, right? But if you're supposed to gather the hair individually, wrap it up gently, and then pin it, like turn it in a turban form, or take your time to squeeze out the hair, like the water from the hair, you're not going to have as much frizz from your towel. So try and use a microfiber towel, or use a t-shirt. Okay, use a soft cotton t-shirt without any form of designs or graphics in it. A plain soft cotton t-shirt for your hair. Again, don't wrap your hair this way. Take your time to dry your hair properly to avoid frizz and tangles. Okay, so if you roller set your hair as a relaxed hair, girls, we all know that it's in the name. It's a rollers. Okay, the rollers we use, there's the brush type, which is the spiky kind, and then there is a smooth rollers, which normally used for the curl, kind of styles. The brush type is usually used to, stretch your hair, make it appear straight, and then the curly type, is used to create curls in your hair. For both sides, okay, if the rollers is cracked or broken in any shape or form, guess what? Your hair is going to get snagged on it. If it has dirt on it, it's going to find a way to trap your hair, not only dirty your hair, but trap your hair in some shape or form, and then cause your hair to break from using it. Okay, I know that some of these Ghanaian salons, I have to be honest, they don't have the best when it comes to these things. Thankfully, my hairdresser, she knows I'll complain if I come and it's not done, or sometimes I even go with my own, rulers, like my own rulers. Like I have a pack of them that I use. Okay, please make sure that if it's broken, it doesn't touch your hair. All right, you don't want to work so hard to grow out your hair and then have it broken off by rollers just because you're trying to style your hair. Okay, so please be mindful of that. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about are ribbons. Okay, the ribbons that we use for our hair. I personally love to use scrunchies. They're over there. Oh my goodness, I should have brought them here. I love to use scrunchies in my hair because they are seamless. They don't snag, they don't pull. It's very easy on my hair. It doesn't create dents in my hair whenever I put a scrunchie in my hair, as compared to the elastic kind of hair ties and hair bands. Okay, if you decide you want to use an elastic hair tie or hair band, make sure that it's the seamless type. It doesn't have a metal in the middle. It doesn't have something at the joints. Nothing is holding it back. That way you are sure that your hair is safe. Okay, it's not going to snag and pull and rip and dent your hair. So please, that's something that you can give a try to. Try silk or satin scrunchies, or even the velvet scrunchies. Okay, they are much safer for your hair, and your hair will love you for it. Also, when it comes to clips and ribbons that you put in your hair, if the teeth are jagged, stay away. Stay away. Like you see, like it looks like claws. There's a zigzag pattern going on in the teeth. Stay away. Go for ones that are much smooth, whether it's a clip, a beret, um a ribbon, clasp, whatever it is. Please don't get the ones with the teeth, because more often than not only does your hair get stuck on the teeth, but sometimes in the hinge your hair gets stuck in there, and when you're taking it out, it's like it's pulling your hair with it. Stressful. So please stay away from those ones as well. Okay, I think I've talked about all of the hair tools that we tend to use. Now it comes to cleaning them. When it comes to your combs, okay, and your hair brushes, I know that a trick I use that with my hair brushes. Oh, do I have a hairbrush here? Okay, so like for my wigs and stuff like that, this particular wig I just combed out. Okay, see it has hair on it. So you're going to go in this way. Do you see what I did there? You put it through the teeth and then you pull it out. Do you see that? You go back in. You can even go back in with a smaller teeth comb. Okay, and then clean out the hairs from the hairbrush or hair comb, whatever it is that you are using. Grab the hair off the brush, wrap it in a tiny ball, and then dispose of it in a bin. Okay, what if there are two big combs like this? You can still do the same thing. Do you see this? Okay, and then you clean it out. If your hands cannot get into the tiny cracks, you clean it out this way. You gently go in there, you clean it out, and afterward you get a bowl of some warm water with salt in it. Okay, if you have some apple cider vinegar on hand too, or even regular vinegar, that is also going to be very helpful. You take a tablespoon or a cupful, put it in the warm water, and then leave your tubes in there. Okay, then afterward you can take it out and then use a sponge with some soap, so you just scrub it all off, rinse it, and then leave them to dry. Same thing with your rollers. Okay, with your towels, you can wash them when you're doing your laundry. Make sure that whatever detergent you are using is not a harsh sulfate or whatever, so it doesn't damage the microfiber towel as well. So I think those are the ways by which you can clean your hair tools, and also how you can maintain your hair tools for healthy hair growth. Let me know which of these tips were helpful to you, which ones you're going to be trying, and if you did try them, come comment in the comment section below how it turned out for you. As always, NanaYaa Tresses. I'll see you in my next video. Oh, and this, don't mind this. This is just my hair with oil. Making a slow cameo in the background. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video. As always, NanaYaa Tresses. See you next time. Mwah. Bye.